Hello everyone, and today we're back into another top 5. And today we're going to talk about the top 5 priority Loomians in all of Loomian Legacy. So these are Loomians that have moves that make them go first, no matter what their speed is. So yeah, these Loomians tend to do very good with them. So let's head right onto this top 5. But before we do that, we're actually going to be giving away 2 Alphavaris, and we're going to have 2 winners for this one. We're going to try something different, and I know the prize is a lot smaller than all the others, but I want to try something out. I'm going to try to give away 2 Alphavaris. So we're going to have 2 wheel spins, and if your number is picked, if you say Alphavari in the comments below, I will give you a number, and if that number is picked, you'll have a chance to win. So yeah, 2 wheel spins. Let's head right into the top 5. So, number 5 onto the list is going to be very interesting because it's Kazun. And this is the only ranged priority Loomian on this list. Yes, Kazun is on the list. Jolt is amazing. Magnify, Jolt. This is basically the Mutagon for range attackers while being frail. Despite that, though, Kazun is really, really good now with Jolt. It kind of went from one of the worst roams into the game into a very good roam again, honestly, with Jolt. And now with Flash and Flee getting buffed to 70 power and Zip Zap, I think you has Zip Zap now. I'm not too confirmed on that. It should. I mean, it's an electric type. But yeah, they're buffed to 70 power now, so it can pivot out a lot better than before. So it's a pretty hard-hitting pivoter with a priority move now. So it's awesome with priority, and that's why Kazun is on the list. I mean, priority pretty much saved Kazun. It's awesome with it. Like, anything that outspeeds it, like all the water types that outspeed it now is in trouble, and I love that. That's what I love about Kazun. It can now outspeed a lot of the water types. Samarine! Amazing for Samarine, which just makes Kazun a lot better now. Number 5 onto the list. So yeah, number 4 onto this list is going to be very odd because it's Luxor. And I know what you're thinking. Luxor's a ranged attacker. It doesn't use priority. How about the very brawny Luxor, aka the mixed attacking Luxor with quick pounce? And yes, I know I could put Umbra on the list, but I think Luxor actually utilizes it a little bit better. Mainly because there's a lot more Loomians weak to light than Loomians are weak to dark. Like, dark is a good offensive typing, there's no doubt about that. But a lot of the biggest threats that outspeed Luxor are weak to light. Vasparatu, Windolin, Dorgo. Your soul has priority, so yeah, that makes it really good. So making quick pounce Luxor actually really good to use, especially if you're running very brawny. It gives it so much utilizability now because since it can hit those Loomians super effectively while doing a ton to them, it just gives Luxor a massive advantage, and that's why it's on the list at all. Because the mixed attacking version is overpowered with it. In every other situation, this Vasparatu would win. But since I have quick pounce, the Vasparatu will go down. So yeah, Luxor, number 4 priority Loomian. Kinda crazy considering it's a ranged attacker with a melee priority move. Number 3 onto the list is going to be Vasparatu. Speaking of Vasparatu, Vasparatu's on the list. Yay! It has Shadow Sprint and Sharp Claws, making it hit very hard. 110 attack power with Sharp Claws? Yeah, that's going to make Shadow Sprint do a pretty solid amount of damage. And I guess you could also put Windolin up here. Windolin technically does hit harder. But people are dropping Shadow Sprint on Windolin to run Dazzling Barrage so they can keep Body Slam for Eclipse. While it is still good against like other Yurtsouls and other Spirit types that can beat it, Vasparatu is a lot better at running Shadow Sprint in my opinion. 1, because it's a little slower, and 2, if there's any threat that just outspeeds it, it's very good at just chipping other Loomians when you just need it to whatsoever. Honestly, any Loomian with priority can be very good with it, but Vasparatu is just one of the best ones with it. I mean, it does a third to 100. It does a third of health to 100, and Vasparatu can just clutch up whenever you need it whatsoever. Plus, it having Slapdown absolutely helps it. That's why Vasparatu's in the top 3. Having priority and Slapdown at the same time while hitting very hard gives it a massive advantage, despite it being walled by the clips. So yeah, Vasparatu, number 3. Number 2 onto the list is going to be obvious. Mutagon. Brawn Boost, Quick Punch, you win. I've talked about Mutagon so much now, so I'm not even going to talk about the Heavy Fist Mutagon anymore. I'm going to actually talk about the Tank Mutagon with Rageful Plushie. Yeah, this thing is just as OP. If not, maybe even a little bit more OP. Because yeah, if you can get +4, yeah, your Mutagon's gonna absolutely sweep. Even if it doesn't have the ability to increase its melee attack. Plus, you're gonna tend to live the hit better because, you know, your tank Mutagons are gonna tend to live the hit better. So you can live more hits later in the fights. I mean, in that situation, I would have lost to the Ludrix otherwise, which just makes Mutagon amazing. And plus, Quick Punch. Quick Punch from Mutagon basically makes it broken. There's a reason why Mutagon is banned in tournaments, because this thing can sweep very, very easily. And if it doesn't, you know, it's still going to do a lot of damage. It pretty much forces Loomians and people to run a Vasparatu on their team. If they don't have a Vasparatu or any spirit type, Mutagon just can flat out sweep after a couple Brawn boost. And who knows, maybe even a Rageful Plushie boost on top of that. So yeah, Mutagon being number 2. The most OP priority user is Yoursoul. And yes, Yoursoul is above Mutagon. It's because it has 2 priority moves, and Slapdown, and Sharp Claws, and 115 attack. Yes, this thing is also banned in tournaments, just like Mutagon. This thing is broken. This thing hits hard. This thing has Slapdown. This thing has a highly powerful move, Sharpen, Chase Down, and 2 priority moves. Quick Punch to hit the Metal and Ice types, Shadow Sprint to hit the Spirit types. So yeah, Yoursoul is very overpowered. And you could pretty much hit any Loomian in the game because of those 2 priority moves. So Yoursoul is really good. And while it can get priority on back with Shadow Sprint, it is still one of the most OP priority users in all of Loomian Legacy. Just the fact of having 2 different priority options, it has to give it number 1. It has to give it number 1 if it has 2 priority options, which is just insane. Yoursoul is number 1. And here it is, Yoursoul, the most broken priority user, most broken Loomian, broken priority user, most OP melee attacker. Yeah, you have a lot of accolades to yourself. So yeah, Yoursoul, number 1. If you say Alphavari in the comments below, you'll have a chance to win it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all all later. Bye-bye!